Call to order the regular meeting for June 10th, 2025. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
The microphones are not. It's not.
It's on. It's okay.
Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Our mission statement is Learning for Life. Vision statement is Southgate Community Schools, the best choice for students and parents.
Hey, Jason, I don't think we can hear. Excuse me, this is a nice loud one. Okay, let's just make sure, I think our president his mic might be low.
Okay, so go ahead and I will entertain a motion on the agenda now.
Mr. President, I'd like to make a motion to approve the agenda as presented.
Okay, a motion by Dr. Pomponio. Is there support?
Support.
I got it.
Supported by Mr. Green. Any discussion on the agenda? Seeing none, I'll call for the vote. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, we have an agenda. First item is presentations and recognitions. I'll turn it over to Sir.
Yes, it's our distinct privilege to expand our recognitions tonight to include some academic achievements that have also been so instrumental to shaping the kids in the academic careers of our students. And so our principal, under her leadership, has created a set of recognitions for academics that we're really excited to turn this over and begin celebrating some success.
Good evening. Thank you, Dr. Irvine. Thank you for providing Southgate Anderson with the opportunity and time to recognize our students for their academic achievements. I would first like to recognize our top 10 seniors for their achievements. The designation of the top 10 means that these students have the 10 highest GPAs of the class. So at this time, I'm going to please hold your applause until the end. I'm going to ask the top 10 students, when I call your name, to come up and line up in front of the board, please. Ava Kolakowski, Adeline Duran, Blake Plashinsky, Brooklyn Sage, come on up, please. Logan Roroff, Ethan Richards, Hunter Schoeneman, Alice Wang. Special recognition to Lawrence Zhang as our salutatorian this year. And lastly, special recognition for valedictorian Maria Saadi.
Good job. Good job.
Next, I would like to recognize this year's senior scholars. Our senior scholars are an elite group of graduates who have performed highly in two major categories. The first category is a cumulative GPA. It's evidenced by excellence in the classroom. The second category is an overall score on the SAT college entrance test. These two sets of data are then placed in a formula that produces a score. A score of 1650 or higher is the standard by which a senior qualifies for the title of a senior scholar. This year, we had 23 senior scholars. Again, please, okay, yes, thank you, yes. So I'm gonna call up the 23 students, and we're gonna hold our applause until the end for a photo op. Jessica Timms, Lawrence Zhang, Maria Saadi, please come up, Logan Roroff, Ethan Richards, Adeline Duran, Hayden Crane, Madison Velarde, Alice Wang, Blake Plushinsky, Julian Kreitz, Ava Kolakowski, Hunter Schoeneman, Brooklyn Sage, Elliot Cummings, Cam Duvall, Larlyn Mitchell, Aiden Sortel, Noah Siebert, Alexa Hernandez, Ala Manor, Mohammed Saadi, James Smith, and Celeste Nofsinger. Now we can give them a round of applause. I want to thank all the seniors for coming back for that. I know you might be over all the recognition, but we really appreciate you and the legacy you've left here at Southgate Anderson. So next is for the students we still have here. So the next group of students that we would like to recognize are our Principal Scholar Award recipients. This is a new award that we are identifying this year. We wanted to recognize students who had a 4.0 cumulative GPA until last semester, as of now, 10th and 11th graders, okay? So these are 10th and 11th grade students who have cumulative GPA of 4.0 or higher as of the end of the first semester of the school year. So first I'm going to announce the 10th graders, now our juniors. And when I call your name, please come up. We're going to do the same kind of process. Marlena Ballard, Mariah Crump, Jethro DePia, Jared DeGuino, Joanna Huang. None of these people are here. Justin Kind, Max Kiss, Sienna Miller, Vanessa Munoz Martinez, Ainsley Owens, Paige Placharczyk, Luke Roroff, Joanna Rusi, Scarlett Sage, Jenna Schlick, Evan Schoeneman, Alexander Smith, Autumn Solis. Did we forget that? Oh. right, now for our seniors. Oh my gosh, how exciting. All right, seniors, these are students who are current 11th graders, also have a cumulative 4.0 or better as of January 27th, 2025. Elise Anderson, Maya Begley, Lydia Duran, Isabella Fraley, Marina Gervaslis, Gervaselis. I'm going to learn this by the time you graduate. Carly Green, Lexi Johnson, Abigail Juco, Sophia Kendrivis, Braden Kennedy, Elizabeth Nielsen, Jude Pasco, Thomas Picorni, Reese Randall, Cooper Randall, Logan Randall, Jack Ron, Chloe Rybicki, Aaliyah Sanchez, Ina Smart, Rebecca Smith, Lily Truell, and Caitlin Williams. Do you want 2 rows, Ms. Bethany? If you feel taller in this line, take a step back. That would be you. You're taller.
It's you, red shirt.
Squeeze in, get back. Yeah. Squeeze in, back. Scoot down. Keep going. Okay, now make sure your heads are between the front row. Good?
Thank you. It's so exciting to see the trajectory of our students. To start with our seniors that earned their top scholars and their top 10, and now we have our sophomores and juniors that are aiming for that same mark. So that's exciting. We'll now go to our 3 sport athletes.
All right. Each year, we recognize the 3 sport athletes. This is an award that's given, and some of these are not only 3 varsity sports, but some of them are 4 varsity sports that each and every year that we recognize. It is given throughout the leagues, and it's only given one time once that individual reaches, whether it's their freshman, sophomore, or junior year. We recognize them one time, and then they may do it multiple years. So we're going to go through some of them. We're just going to recognize the names and pronounce them as they go through. So Mallory Addison, Presley Armos, come on up. Abril Castrillon, Lydia Duran. Leonardo Glidardo. Alana Gomez. Adeline Hales. Layla Horner. Vincent Awagu. Abigail Morris. Johnny Pardo. TJ Picorni. Nicholas Rogowski. Hope Shuck. Joy Shuck. Kaylee Upshaw. And Samuel Wilhelm. Please give them a round of applause.
Good job.
Next up, we're going to go Middle School Titan Awards.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is John Victor, Assistant Principal and Athletic Director at Davidson Middle School. I just want to say what an honor it is to be here this evening and what a great night it is to celebrate the achievements of all of our student athletes. We will now begin our recognition of our Spring 2025 Titan Award winners. To those student athletes, thank you for representing your school, your families, and your community as well as you have. You were chosen for this prestigious award because you embody what it truly means to be a Southgate Titan. You've displayed hard work, leadership qualities, and a dedication to bettering yourselves and your teams. Congratulations on all that you have accomplished this season. The first DMS athlete we are going to honor tonight is for boys track, and that's Parker Wisniewski. Come on up, Parker. And I'm reading a statement from Coach Childs. Track and field athlete Parker Wisniewski is an excellent example of a Titan student athlete. In the classroom, he's a 4.0 student. On the track, he leads by example with consistent preparedness, reliability, and positivity. He is a school record holder in the 1,600 meters and a relay team member of the 4x400 and 4x800 team that also broke a school record. Parker is a brilliant representative of our community, and I do also have to add on to this, Parker was involved in a meet called the Mid-Michigan Megastar Meet, which is like the middle school equivalent to the states for track, and Parker broke his own 1,600-meter relay record in there. So congratulations, Parker. The next athlete we're going to recognize tonight is Shelby Head. And I'm reading the words from Coach Kendall Picard. The Girls Track Titan Award recipient, Shelby Head, is not only a great athlete on the track, but is also a very admirable student. She has shown so much dedication to this team and has emerged as a great leader this season. Shelby embodies what it means to be a Titan. She leads by example, balances academic success with athletic excellence, and perseveres through challenges. Shelby is very deserving of this award, and I'm very thankful to have had the chance to coach her this season. Congratulations, Shelby. The next Titan Awards we're going to honor are for 7th grade softball, and that is student athlete Aubrey Phillips. Aubrey stepped up and filled an important role as pitcher for our 7th grade team. Throughout the season, she improved every game and developed a new pitch that will help her in the future. Aubrey doesn't quit on her team and proved that battling through tough situations on the field this season. She is extremely coachable and willing to change her swing after looking at some videos and some extra time in the batting cages. Aubrey, most importantly, is a wonderful person and an incredible teammate. She is a favorite with her teachers and loved by her team. Way to go, Aubrey. Before we give this next award, I just want to make sure they're here. Is Chloe Selke here tonight? No? Okay. Our next student athlete we're honoring is for 8th grade softball, and that's Isabel Rich. And I'm reading the words of Coach Barry Walker. The Titan Award should be given to a player that embodies all of the qualities that Southgate schools promote in their student athletes. They should be a good student, a good teammate, and a leader on the field. These qualities describe Isabel Rich perfectly. Isabel was always the first to get to practice and the last to leave. She worked hard in practice and in games. She's very coachable and was willing to put the team above herself. She never had to be asked to help with the field or carrying equipment when practice was over. She just did it so others would not have to. Izzy is a pleasure to coach and to teach. Congratulations on this award. And our last Titan Award recipient for Davidson is none other than Turner Rupershea. And these are the words of Coach Shively for 7th and 8th grade boys baseball. There aren't many that I've enjoyed coaching more than Turner. Everyone loves Turner, his teammates and coaches, his classmates, and his teachers. Turner embodies what it means to be a Titan in many ways. As a baseball player, Turner works hard learning the skills of playing multiple positions. He comes to practice with a big smile, ready to help his team improve in any way he can. Turner competes on the baseball diamond, but competes just as hard in the classroom too. He excels in all of his classes and is seen as a leader by not only his teammates, but his teachers. Congratulations, Turner Rupershea.
All right, next up we have Southgate Anderson's Titan Award winners. First up, we're going to do Junior Varsity B baseball. And our JVB recipient is Lewis Worker. Coach Matt LaRoe chose Lewis for the Titan Award because of the way he shows up every single day. Focused and driven, he committed to making himself better, but also his team better. He's the kind of teammate who leads by an example. Lewis never cared about getting credit. He just did whatever the team needed, no questions asked. Whether it was staying late to help a teammate, pushing to keep standards high, or getting through the toughest drills, he always gave everything he had. He's someone you can count on and someone who makes the team stronger just by being part of it. That's why he deserves the Titan Award. He just earned it every day. Congratulations. Next up for junior varsity baseball, our junior varsity Titan Award winner is Mateo Ferrante. Mateo was told from the start that nothing was guaranteed. He might begin the season as a backup and he would have to earn his playing time. From day one, he put in the work and earned the starting position. Mateo always put the team first. He was willing to play any position the coaches asked of him, even taking on first base despite never having played there before. Whether it was carrying equipment or cleaning up the dugout or putting things away after games, Mateo was always there, often leading the way and setting the standards for his teammates. One moment that really stands out came during a game when he was told the teammate would be pinch hitting for him. Without hesitation and with a smile on his face, Mateo said, "Here, use this helmet," as he handed over the one he had been wearing. It was a simple gesture, but one that perfectly captured who he is. That moment and so many others like it are why Mateo is a true Titan. Thank you. Next up for varsity baseball is Caden Morin. Coach Green had this to say about Caden. He is the kind of teammate that every team hopes to have, and that's why he's earned this year's Titan Award. Caden didn't see much playing time this season, but you would never have known by the way he carried himself. He showed up every single day with the same energy, the same effort, and the same commitment as everyone else on the team. He never complained, never asked for anything in return. He just kept working. What stands out about Caden is how selfless he is. He put the team first in every situation, whether it was staying locked in during games, pushing his teammates in practice, or bringing positive energy to the locker room. Caden made our team better without needing the spotlight. He's a reminder that leadership isn't always loud and impact isn't always measured in minutes played. Caden led by example with humility, toughness, and heart, and that's what meant being a Titan is all about. Congratulations, Caden. Next is our junior varsity softball, and that award winner is Jakari Clinton. Jakari represents what it means to be a Titan, both on and off the diamond. She's the kind of teammate everyone hopes to have, selfless, supportive, and always focused on what's best for the team. Whether she's picking someone up after a tough loss, setting the tone in practice, or celebrating a teammate's big hit, Jakari's positive energy lifts everyone around her. She brings a rare mix of focus and determination and joy to everything she does, and it shows in how she carries herself day in and day out. Jakari leads not just with her actions, but with her heart. As Coach Blackburn and Coach Del Duco shared, congratulations to Jakari Clinton. Next up, we have varsity softball. Brooklyn Sage. Brooklyn Sage is the kind of athlete every coach hopes to have. She leads with consistency, focus, and the strong sense of purpose on the diamond and in the classroom. What stands out most about Brooklyn is her selflessness. She puts the team first in every situation and is always willing to do the work that helps others succeed. She doesn't need attention or recognition. She just shows up and does the job. She sets the standard for what it means to be a true teammate. Brooklyn is steady and dependable, especially when things get tough. Her perseverance and quiet leadership have been evident throughout this season, and academically, she holds herself to the same high standards, consistently balancing the demands of the sport and school with maturity and discipline. Congratulations. Next up, we have JV soccer. And this is actually the first time in quite a while that we have had the opportunity to give out one of the awards. And this is one of the first years in, I think, pretty much quite a decade that the entire league has had JV soccer for the girls. So this award is a little bit extra meaning. Our JV recipient is Kylie Williams. Kylie was someone who showed up every day with a commitment to improving. She pushed herself to challenge her teammates to get better alongside her. Her energy and enthusiasm for the game were contagious. It brought out the best in those around her. The toughness she displayed on the field helped set the tone for her team and showed what it meant to compete as a Titan. Congratulations. Next, we have our varsity girls soccer, and this year's Titan Award winner is Hope Shuck. If you were to walk down the halls at Southgate Anderson, you'd see a shy, quiet young lady, but when you step onto the soccer field, you'd see a different side of Hope, the toughness and determination she brings into every game. Hope is the kind of teammate who's always battling to put the team in the best position to succeed. Her commitment to helping in any way she could, whether that meant playing forward, defense, or wherever she was needed, she showed her selflessness and team-first mentality. According to Coach James, that selflessness is exactly what made Hope the consummate teammate. Choosing Hope for this award was an easy decision. She earned it in every way. Congratulations. Next up, we have our junior varsity tennis, and this goes to Anna Grandal Ordonez. Anna truly embodies what it meant to be a Titan, both on the court and off. She is the definition of a great teammate, always putting the team's needs first, encouraging everyone around her to be the best, and lifting up the team as we entered tough play, leading by example in practice and often celebrating the team's success. Her positive energy was infectious. Anna brought focus, energy, and determination every single day, showing what it truly meant to be committed to the team and its goals. With her constant support and drive, Anna represented the heart of the Titan spirit. Congratulations to Anna. I just wanted to check, is Madison Allen here? Okay. Next up is our boys track and field, and that award goes to Jack Ruan. Jack is one of those athletes who leads without saying much. He's quiet, steady, and focused. He lets his actions speak for him. As a distance runner, he had to embrace some of the toughest and most physical mental challenges in our sport. And Jack faced every workout, every race, and every obstacle with discipline and grit. And what set Jack apart was his focus, his ability to show up every day and stay locked in on improving. His discipline showed in the way he trained, the way he prepared, and the way he carried himself all season long. When things got hard, Jack never backed down, and his perseverance through tough meets or long practices in the grind of distance training is a testament to the kind of athlete and person he is. Most of all, Jack's commitment to the team, to the process, and doing things the right way made him an easy choice for this award. He may not have been the loudest voice on the team, but he was one of the strongest examples of what it means to be a Titan. Congratulations. Our girls track and field is Titan Award winner is Joanna Rucci. Coach Briefast had this to say about Joanna. Not only does Joanna go above and beyond off the track, but she also has emerged as a leader within our team. She is one of the hardest working athletes in our program, and Joanna is near the top of her class academically, a direct result of her strong work ethic. She attended all conditioning practices and even took the initiative to compete in the indoor meets during the preseason on her own. Her dedication was clearly reflected in the improvement she showed throughout the season. Joanna maintains a positive attitude and leads by example, helping to keep her teammates motivated and focused. Congratulations. Next up, I just wanted to double check. Evan Moraski, is he here? No, okay. Last award going to our junior varsity Titan Award winner, and that is Joshua Bedard. Josh is an incredibly selfless player who always stepped in when asked. Whether it was for a JV match or a varsity tournament, whatever the program needed, he never hesitated. His commitment to improving himself and those around him was clear in his willingness to put extra time outside of regular practices. He was always looking for ways to grow and the kind of dedication that doesn't go unnoticed. One of the most impressive things about Josh is his honesty and integrity, especially when it came into turning in his scorecard. In a sport where it's easy to overlook a stroke or two, Josh always submitted a true, accurate score every single time. You could trust that whatever number he turned in, it was earned and it was real. As the season went on, his perseverance began to pay off. He found consistency in his game and eventually reached his goal of back-to-back 9-hole rounds in the 40s, an achievement that speaks both to his focus and determination. Josh's approach to the game will serve as a great example for the younger players and will only help him continue to grow heading into next season. Congratulations, Josh, you earned it. Congratulations to all.
Can you get them in?
So next up, we are going to honor all of our, not only Davidson, but Anderson record breakers, and also students who were, and teams who were involved in postseason play. So for Davidson, these are all going to be for our track team. So ladies and gentlemen, we had one of the best track seasons at Davidson for a very long time. Both boys and girls did very well, but these athletes helped anchor the boys track team, who got second place at leagues fourth place at regionals, and fifth place at a meet called The Show, which is one of the bigger track meets in Southeast Michigan out of 50 teams. So they did very well this season. So we are going to honor their achievements for breaking some Davidson records this season. First up, this student broke not only the 400 meter, but also the 800 meter race, and that is none other than DeAnthony Raymond. And just seeing if this student is here, he might have snuck in. Is Antoine Calloway here tonight? Antoine? Okay. Next up is a student who was already on stage, but this student broke the 1600 meter, like I said, twice in the same season, and that is Parker Wisniewski. I'm going to call all of the students who were involved in this relay team, but this was the 4x100 relay team, and all four of these boys combined helped break the school record, and that is Leland Harris, Antoine Calloway Jr., Mohammed Sirag, and Lucas Ibraj. Please come up to the stage. And the last record breakers for Davidson were our 4x400 relay team. And believe it or not, 3 of those gentlemen are already on stage. So Connor Braddock, Leland Harris, Parker Wisniewski, and DeAnthony Raymond. Congratulations.
Also at the high school this year, we had some record-breaking performances, and Seth Beaudry once again qualified for the state meet for Division I in the 400 meter. Seth was unable to attend, and so we were able to make another plaque for qualifying for the event. So we will definitely give him the plaque to do that. We also had a 4x4 or 4x1 relay that was able to break the school record. We have an individual that is here, and actually the individual was able to break his brother's school record. And I had the honor of actually teaching his brother, and so I'm sure he's going to get to razz his brother a lot of knowing it. But the new school record of the 4x100, which is 44.08 seconds, and that group of Tyler Johnson, Sean King, Isaiah Davison, and Adonis Gallaudet, are the new school record holders. So Tyler Johnson is the one who is here, so he can come up and accept his plaque for the new school record.
Congratulations, Tyler.
Is Mr. Novicki ready to come up? Let's give a last round of applause for all of our scholars and our athletes.
Hello. My name is Zach Novicki. I am the marching band director here at Southgate Anderson. For those of you that don't know, after the marching band season is over, that lasts from roughly May or June until November, we start right away with what we call our winter programs. And our winter programs split up basically. We have the color guard, percussion, and winds within the marching band, and they create their own competitive shows throughout the winter. So we're here to definitely acknowledge and appreciate and recognize all of our students that participate in those programs, starting with our winter guards. First of all, our experience, we're super happy with how our color guard season is going so far. We are 3 days into the marching band season, 3 rehearsals in, and we have more than doubled in size since last year, so that's incredible. We're super proud of our beginners on our Viking team, which are grades 4 through 7. For the resilience that many of them have had and just the willingness to try something new. Asking a student to toss a rifle or flag up into the air and catch it is a really intimidating task, and it often ends up with people catching them with their face sometimes, and we know that's a brave thing to take on. Our Titan team, our JV team, and SOG, our varsity team, both qualified for regional championships this year, regional championship finals, so that was incredible. SOG moved up a classification this year, so a difficulty level, and went to World Championships for the first time since 2022. In prelims, they ended up passing their high score from a year ago, which is absolutely incredible considering the fact that they moved up a class. And all 3 guards this year, we had to do some extensive rewrites to their show. So we're super happy with how their seasons have gone and what we're building towards in the future. We're really excited for all of that. And we want to make sure that we take the time to acknowledge all of them. They also all qualified and participated in state championships this year at Western Michigan University, which was just a packed out arena, which was just really fun, despite how hot it was there. So I think, did we want to bring them up first? Yeah, we'd love to bring anyone who participated in our Winter Guard programs up to the stage. We also have several students that commit to participating in indoor percussion and indoor winds. These are all through some independent programs that are located all throughout the Downriver area, some which rehearse in Southgate, some that don't, and we're just super proud of their accomplishments and want to acknowledge them as well. Like I said, these kids go through a marching band season from May all the way through November, and a lot of them start their winter season in October and go all the way through April. So if you ever wonder why the marching band experiences some of the success that we do, it's because our kids are some of the most committed kids ever. The vast majority of our marching band students participate in winter programs, which is something that is super uncommon throughout much of the rest of the state, and something that gives us just an added bonus of just being from Southgate. First, I want to acknowledge all the members that participated in Downriver Independent Percussion. They were a brand new group this year, and they placed first place in Regional A at Mappa State Championships. Secondly, we'll have everyone come up together. Everyone from Lake Effect Percussion, they finished first place in Independent A at Mappa State Championships, and impressively took third place in WGI World Championships. Yes, those two programs are ran by some incredibly close colleagues of mine, and we're just so proud of not only the success that they had on the floor, but also how well our students represent Southgate when they go to those organizations. Next up, we have LSM East. It is a small winds program here in Southgate. They were bronze medalists in Independent A at Mappa State Championships this year, and finished in 10th place in Independent A at World Championships. And lastly, we have LSM World. They were first place in Independent World Class in the Michigan State Championships, and they finished in 5th place at World Championships this year. And again, we're so proud of all of them, and we love the opportunity to acknowledge all of them today.
They're a little more used to winning. Right.
Good job, teacher.
Tara, we're all set, right? We're all set. All right, before we get on to the rest of our meeting, which is a lot more business oriented, and anybody's welcome to stay if they want to, we'll go ahead and take a short break, and then we'll get on with the budget if you want to stick around for that. It's a lot of fun.
Good job.
Just want to make sure nobody's here for the budget. Yeah, anybody want to stay?
We have enough girls to put a JV team. Like, hey,
fastest runner out there. He went to the one who, he was just really slow. The one I'm talking about. He's so fast, like one of the fastest runners. That's funny. I was like, that is true example of Ireland. That's not what you would expect. It's super fast.
That's up to you.
That's okay.
I thought half this group was only here for the budget.
Tara, we try not to let them graduate. We try not to let them graduate.
Maybe your wife didn't want to stay and watch you.
All right, that was efficient enough. We'll go ahead and move on to number 9 of our presentations, the fiscal year 26 budget first read.
Yes, I'll turn this over to Ms. Bettler, our Director of Business and Finance.
All right. So, good evening. In front of you guys this evening, you have a early draft of our 25-26 proposed original budget. There are some important assumptions that go into the budgeting cycle that will prepare us for the final amended budget for the 24-25 school year, and also help with the plans for our 25-26 budget. For the 24-25 budget, we are expecting that the final amendment will closely align what we presented to you at our mid-year amendment in January, which is allowing us to add approximately $350,000 to our fund equity. All of our special fund accounts will also show balanced accounts with fund equity. The legislature is nowhere near the budget negotiation at the state level, and this is not likely to resolve until later in the summer or even early fall. So for the 25-26 budget hearing that we will have on June 24th, we are expecting to present a balanced operating budget for approval. And some of the assumptions that we are making will include some of the following. We are expecting an increase in our per pupil funding going from $9,605 to $10,000 per student. We are also estimating an increase in enrollment by 50 students. We did have that elimination of our one-time revenue that was associated with us closing Beacon, and it was the corresponding lease of Garish we had. We are expecting we will have an increase in our special education reimbursement. We are going to hold status quo on our at-risk and title grants. The retirement rates we have are projected by the state. And we do have some staffing adjustments that include our addition of our Davidson Middle Academy staff that we are adding for next school year. So at our next board meeting, which is on June 24th at the City Hall, we will hold our 25-26 budget hearing, which will also include our truth and taxation hearing, and we will submit the final amendment for your approval.
Any questions? All right, more to come, right?
More to come, exactly.
Finishes up the presentations. That brings us to citizens' comments. Is there anybody here who would like to address the board this evening? See anybody? Go ahead and close the public comment. Brings us to the consent agenda, which consists of May 27, 2025 regular meeting minutes. HR
Mr.
update.
President, if you move the mic closer to you,
Oh, sorry.
no problem.
Consent agenda, which consists of the May 27, 2025 regular meeting minutes, the HR update, and the May 2025 disbursements. I'll entertain a motion on the consent agenda.
Mr. President, I'd like to make a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented.
Okay, a motion by Dr. Pomponio. Is there support? Support. Support by Mr. Sage. Any discussion on the consent agenda? Seeing none, I'll call for the vote. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? That is approved. Quickly on to the action items. Item number 1 is approval of the policy package 25-1.
Yes, at our last meeting, we discussed the policy package 25-1, suggested revisions and recommendations. In this revision, we added food allergens to the health concerns that may be brought to school administration for support and planning, and the revised language is attached for final approval. recommend that the Board of Education approve the policy revision as presented.
Okay, any questions for staff? Seeing none, I'll bring the discussion back to the table, entertain a motion on action item number 1.
Mr. President, I'd like to make a motion to approve the policy package 25-1 as presented.
We have a motion by Dr. Pomponio. Is there support?
Support.
Support by Mr. Green. Any discussion on the item? Okay, seeing none, I'll call for the vote. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? The motion is approved. Action item number 2, approval of the PA bell notification system for Davidson Middle Academy. Oh, we gotta move that mic down, huh? Should we put the mic down?
It's taped.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Davidson Middle Academy is in need of a bell scheduling system. We requested quotes from various vendors and received quotes for Ever Alert as well as audio enhancement. Both systems provide paging as well as bell scheduling, clocks, and school notifications. The prices were $42,116 for Ever Alert from VSC in Novi, $54,534 for audio enhancement from VSC, and $202,000 from Bloom for audio enhancement. We found the Ever Alert's bell scheduling interface very user-friendly, allowing staff to quickly change bell schedules for the day if an emergency or change in the day needs to be scheduled, for example, on state testing days. Each system allows for a display in the classroom that staff can display school or class announcements, emergency notifications, weather, as well as the time. It also sends paging announcements through the built-in speakers in the display. This will be in addition to the paging features that we already have in our new phone system that was approved this past summer. The system allows for us to add devices to a larger TV and common areas to provide the same capabilities as the 22-inch display that would be in the classrooms. The Ever Alert Live is a yearly subscription for paging that allows them to use their phones also to page to the speakers in the rooms. The price is included in the cost for the first year, and then after that, it's between $999 and $1249 yearly. At this time, we're seeking approval for purchase and installation of the Ever Alert system for Davidson Middle Academy. Thank you.
Any questions for staff? Dr. Pomponio.
Just to add some information, this paging process and system is something we're piloting right now for DMA because we recognize that all of our schools need new paging systems. Our Anderson, Davidson, and Garish all need that. So we're going to give this a try at DMA, and we're hopeful that that turns out to be the correct system and something that we can use for each of our other schools.
The
So-
principals are begging for bell schedules that they can do within minutes, which the interface was very easy. So Kelsey at Davidson has been asking for years, and this one seemed to check all of the boxes.
So we don't have the intercoms with all the other schools? This is going to be the first?
This is the first overhaul we're doing. So the systems that are in place currently have been in place for decades.
20 to 30 years, yeah.
Right, so
Yeah, they're on the
we're dealing with
list.
outdated technology that's very difficult to use, and in some cases, there are repairs we haven't been able to make. So this is going to replace those systems.
Okay, and it's a necessity. It's been outdated through in Asher, you said?
Yes, a absolute necessity at Asher.
Yeah, the wiring for the paging speakers was cut a few years back, and there's no raceway or a way to get those reconnected, so this is our way around that. Because the displays are wireless, they have wireless capabilities. You can also connect them through a cable, which would give it power as well, so we don't have to rely on the old paging speakers in the rooms.
So you said, do we have or do we not have the intercoms in each building? We do have those?
We do,
But they're just
except for at
different.
DMA. They have the old amplifier, but there's no way to get anything out to the rooms. We do have the phones. The new phone system has paging to the phone speakers, but this will allow it to be throughout the classroom.
And with this price, what's the main source for this price? Is it the wiring, the systems, or?
It's the wiring, it's the main module that allows, because it allows it to do zone alerts. So if they just wanted to say, these 4 rooms, we can send a message out to these 4 rooms. You can do the whole building, you can do a section of the building. So there's zone capabilities, there's the time clocks, which was another thing that they wanted. They wanted to be able to do the time, so the display has the weather, the time. It does emergency notifications. If they want to push those out, they can do slideshows. They can play music during passing time while in the classrooms. We're putting a big TV out in front. Ms. Garcia, she's already paid for the TV. We're putting in a device on it that will do the same thing that the classroom displays do, so that she can have alerts or announcements as people are walking through the building right up front. So it has many, many capabilities, but the biggest thing is the hub that will run all of those.
When we do get it fixed, for instance, at Anderson, all of those announcements that you hear that go over the intercom into the community will stop. So that is one of the features that we're looking forward to when we finally get everything done through this bond that was just passed. This is one of the projects.
Yeah, we'll have 4 outside speakers, but we can make that a zone, and they can, if they want to just do the announcements internal, they can exclude that outside zone.
And did you say there's monitors in each of the classrooms?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, so they'll be able to do bell scheduling. They can create the whole year and say, this is what my hours are for the whole year. And then on the fly, they can, on a day that it might be a snow day or getting in 2 hours late, they can quickly go in and just drag, this is a 2-hour late schedule, and it takes seconds. And right now, according to the principals, it takes at least an hour to change their old bell schedules.
Okay, thank you.
I'm all for it. Does anybody locally have this that we're aware of?
Not that I'm aware of, but the company that installs it is in Novi, so we actually have a local installer.
Okay.
And they also had quoted the American Time, and the American Time, or this was from American Time, but the audio enhancement, which is, we have the classroom audio from audio enhancement right now, they were $12,000 higher, but they generally had the same interface as the American Time. So if we were to choose that this isn't going the way that we want to, then we always have the option of having the local installer do the audio enhancement next at the other buildings.
Thank you.
And you said there's a fee per year?
For the live paging, so if they want to use their phones to page to all of the devices or to the outside speakers or whatnot, that's a yearly cost.
Okay.
I was told by the company, if we pay for that directly through them, it's $9.99.
Okay, with something new like that, is there a warranty that covers?
There is a
especially the
warranty.
technical issues?
There's a 1-year warranty on the devices for the displays. The training is a free service, and the gentleman that actually came out to show my team the devices, he provides all of the training, so as much training as we need, and it's no additional cost. Each device has a 4-year subscription, so all of the displays have a 4-year subscription on them, and we don't have to pay until the 5th year. But the actual paging part of it, as opposed to just announcements or whatnot, is the yearly cost. And then, let's see. Oh, the 4-year subscription also applies to the device that attaches to the larger TV, so that's the one that we're gonna have right when you walk in the door. And then we're gonna have a TV in the cafeteria and a speaker, so if they're on one end, they'll hear the speaker, and on the other end, and they'll see the display. And then we'll also have the paging device, which that's got a 1-year warranty on it as well. So that's the device that will tie the phone to the actual whole paging system. And then we're also getting a push-button stopper just in case of an emergency. It will allow for a lockdown message to come up on all of the screens.
Oh, good. Thank you.
Any other questions? Is it a Windows base? Is that
It's cloud-based.
cloud-based?
Mhm.
Okay. All right. Seeing no other questions, we'll go ahead and bring the discussion back to the table, entertain a motion on action item number 2.
Mr. President, I'd like to make a motion to approve the purchase of the PA Bell notification system for Davidson Middle Academy as presented.
Motion by Dr. Pomponio, is there support?
Support.
Support by Mr. Sage. Any discussion on the item? Okay, seeing none, I'll call for the vote. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion is approved. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Item number 3, approval of the purchase for DMA lockers. Smart move.
Good evening. Please bear with me while I go through this proposal. Okay, just making sure it's on. On May 30th, 2025, sealed bids were received and publicly opened and reviewed to ensure the required scope is met. This is for the Davidson Middle Academy. So with the bids, in the bids were double-tier lockers, total of 296 lockers for the hallways at Davidson Middle Academy. Included was the bases and tops. This is the second time we bid out lockers. The first time we bid them out, the numbers were all over the place, and they were wrapped into the flooring scope and the painting scope. So we separated them. The first time around, the lockers went from 49,000 to 100,000 to 150,000 was the 3 numbers. So we bid these out separately to get fair numbers and make sure everything was included in the scope that we're looking for. Upon completion of the proposals, total project amount or award for steel equipment company was $49,000 with a $10,000 contingency on the project. And the company is Steel Equipment Company. So we're asking the board to approve $59,000 for lockers at Davidson Middle Academy.
Any
Questions?
questions for staff?
Yes.
Is there a plan to fix some of the lockers here at Anderson as well?
This summer, all the lockers are getting replaced here at Anderson High School. And starting next week, before they take the lockers out, my team's going through and removing doors and comms, which these parts and pieces will be used to help repair Davidson lockers and also Garish lockers, because it's the same brand. So we're going to go through and remove what we can, set it aside for future repairs for the other schools as well. Yes.
This is, forgive me, this is, and you know, you and I talked about this earlier, so I'm gonna put it. I noticed looking at the stuff today, we didn't bid this out, right? Plant Moran did? Did the school district bid it out, or Plant Moran bid this out?
Which lockers?
The middle schools. The
The
one,
Davidson Middle Academy lockers, it was an RFP through Plant Moran, and this is their board memo, but I'm here presenting tonight.
well, why isn't Plant Moran here?
Gary's on vacation. They didn't
It's
have
a
an
pretty
alternative.
big company, isn't it? I'm sorry, that's frustrating to me. As much, seems like issues that we have for questions, and the company that we hire can't send someone here.
I'm not going to disagree with that statement at all.
Right.
I'm with you on that wholeheartedly.
And I'm not mad at you or
Oh, no,
you.
yeah.
I just,
We were frustrated. We had a long conversation with Plant Moran today.
yeah.
That's why I asked you to bear with me, because all the information I would have included wasn't here, and I wanted to include some of that information for you all.
All right. Thank you.
Any other questions for staff? Okay, seeing none, I'll bring the discussion back to the table, entertain a motion on action item number 3.
Mr. President, I'd like to make a motion to approve the purchase of Davidson Middle School lockers, net to exceed $59,000.
Okay, a motion by Dr. Pomponio, is there support?
Support.
Support by Mr. Green. Any discussion? Seeing none, I'll call for the vote. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion is approved. Action item number 4 is approval of the sale of the 2025 series bonds.
Yes, pursuant to board approval for the negotiated sale of 2025 Series 1 bonds by Raymond James and Associates, our bonds were successfully sold on Thursday, June 5th, 2025. The terms of the sale are attached to this resolution. At this time, the Board of Education will need to approve the final sale, so you'll need to authorize that negotiated sale formally at this meeting. So I recommend that the board approves the sale of the 2025 Series 1 bonds as presented.
Okay. We have that presented to us. Do we have any questions for staff? All right, seeing none, bring the discussion back to the table, entertain a motion on action item number 4.
Mr. President, I'd like to make a motion to approve the sale of the 2025 Series 1 bonds as presented.
Okay, a motion by Dr. Pomponio. Is there support?
Support.
Supported by Mr. Green. Any discussion?
Mr.
No,
I just like,
Mr. Green.
so, I'd just like to say this, with all this, through this board and this community, the appreciation of passing bonds and stuff, and then the second part is to, Ms. Irvine, your team, for having to take on and negotiate the sale of the bonds to keep this thing flowing. That's a part of it that I think sometimes people miss. It's not an easy task. So I just, I think I can speak for all of us, and I usually don't, that we appreciate your part in all this also.
Thank you. And likewise, I deeply appreciate all of your support because you open a lot of doors for us to move and get what we need done quickly, so thank you.
Any other discussion? Okay. Seeing none, I will call for the vote. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, that is approved. Action item number 5 is approval of the SAEA tentative agreement.
Yes, I'm excited to say that we were successful in a TA with SAEA according to the terms that the board outlined for us, and we're ready for formal approval for that. They did ratify last week, and so pending board approval today, we'll have a finalized contract for the next year.
Okay, any questions for staff? Okay, seeing none, bring the discussion back to the table, entertain a motion on action item number 5.
Mr. President, I'd like to make a motion to approve the Southgate Alternative Education Association tentative agreement as presented.
Okay, a motion by Dr. Pomponio. Is there support?
Support.
Support by Mr. Green. Any discussion? Seeing none, I'll call for the vote. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Last item on the agenda. Would anybody like to make a motion on the adjournment of the meeting?
Mr. President. Mr. Green. I'd like to make a motion to adjourn.
Okay, I have a motion by Mr. Green to adjourn the meeting. Is there support?
Support.
Support by Dr. Pomponio. Any
Can-
discussion on the
Can I add
adjournment?
one thing?
You can have discussion, yeah,
Well,
absolutely.
it's not so much a discussion, but again, with Andy's sentiments too, to everybody here, we sit here for an hour and 15 minutes recognizing the students and the athletes. I want to say that I commend you guys. I know it's long. To see the faces of the parents and the students, it's well worth every minute, and I think it's helping grow our program, and it's all positive. So, thank you to everybody up here.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any
Anyway, I
other
want to say
discussion
thank
on
you
the
to our band, high school administration. They opened those doors and had all of the setup for that to happen. And I think our recognition of independent group participation was a big step, because I think sometimes that gets missed, that we have kids that are representing Southgate. When LSM goes out in the independent circuit, and we're sitting in Worlds at Dayton, what goes up there is Southgate, Southgate LSM. So our name is in the national circuit for performance, and the musicianship of our kids is really astonishing. On top of the rise in GPAs, students care about it. They are taking the classes to make that happen. So it's not just the athletics, which has grown amazingly, and you can see that in our budget. We're adding a lot of costs associated with that, but that's okay, because we're adding teams, we're adding coaching staff, we're adding supplies, because that's what's needed for our kids to feel success and to feel connection. And it's happening across the board. So I think I think our kids are positioned to do really great things. And your work as a board, as well as our team, administrative team, is just really knocking it out of the park. So, thank you.
Sorry, any other discussion on the adjournment? All right, seeing none, I'll call for the vote. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? We are adjourned. Thank you.